Yensid Organist here, and welcome to another episode of OrgelCraft. Hope you guys are having a great day today. I have changed out of my formal Arendellian dress suit to get back to my normal garb. That suit was honestly starting to smell a little bit. So, yeah. Today we are going to do a little bit of a world tour. It's been a long time since we've done one of these. I don't think I've done one at all this season. And we've had a bunch of new people to the channel, so I thought this would be a good chance after episode 50 to kind of update everything that we've done, show you everything that we worked on in Season 1. I'm not going to spend a ton of time in our Season 2 area, but we're just going to have a nice chill episode and look at everything that we've worked on. So we're starting here in Arendelle. I figured we would start with what we've currently done and then work our way through the rest of the world. But we have the first floor here. We have our first Great Hall. And then we have done most of the rooms on the lower floor. We've got this one done. We've got... Nope, that one's not been done. Okay. I thought that maybe I had finished all of that, but apparently not. We have our spiral staircase up to the next level. I know there's a room on this side that is finished. Oh, one of our friends is in here, apparently. Oh, hi. Ingborg. Greetings. It's been a while. Making yourself at home in here, or are you stuck? Okay, anyway. Yeah, I believe, if I remember correctly, there are accesses to the secret passages here, which is something we will definitely have to work on in the future. Yeah, okay. What is this? Oh! This is the door so that it matches. That's right. Okay. And that is... well, let's see. Did we do... I think we did, like, some guest quarters down the hallway over here. Yes, these are all done in here. And these were all designed in the same way. I don't believe the rooms on the other side were finished. Okay. So that's everything on the inside of the castle. Of course, outside we have the exterior mostly done. We have all of our walls finished. We have a lot of empty space that is going to need to be filled eventually. Back here is our dripstone farm, which is coming along quite nicely. I don't think it's run, but we have a decent amount of that. Still need to work on retexturing that. That will be coming sometime in the near future. Done a little bit of the terraforming. We've done all the underwater terraforming on the outside here, and started to do some work on the above-ground terraforming. Kind of got stuck on that project, so something that we will definitely need to finish up. And then if we head over into the town, of course we have a couple of ships that we have made, not our own designs, other designs that I found online, but really like how these look here. We have a crew on this ship, one who has tried to escape. Yeah, and so then this is Market Square. A number of these buildings are decorated. This is our map room where we're keeping track of all of the progress that we are making from one episode. Well, roughly every... well, okay, there's no real rhyme or reason to it. And then we have room up here for 4 more maps as we go along. Here is our multi-floor library. I don't think we've done any other interiors over here. We have Ariel's Aquatics, little aquarium here, and this is where I'm storing all of the coral that we've been getting. Snow White's Apothecary in here. And then over here, Tiana's Bayou Bakery. And apparently I left the back door open. Which also has our little smelter upstairs that I still don't have completely working, but we'll get there. And then I think that's all the interiors that I've done so far. Statues honoring Anna and Elsa. And then we have Clock Tower Street with our Clock Tower centerpiece. All of our houses along here. I still have a torch in there. That needs to be fixed. And then we have a few houses behind. We have this street over here. Our little stave church. And then what we just finished up in the last episode is Hill Street over here, with all of its houses fully decorated. And then as we come up here, we have the beginnings of, I can't think of what it's called, Windmill Way, I believe is the street name, that we have started working on the path for. We've started doing a little bit of terraforming. This is where that bed went. I've been wondering where this went for a long time. It's up here. So we have these houses here. We've started doing a little bit of terraforming on the hill and marking out where some of the other... I'm not flying. Marking out where some of the other houses are eventually going to go. So that is everything that we have done over here. So now let's head back to where everything started in our starter village. Right here is where everything began in this world. This is the starter house that we built in episode 1. Most of the stuff is still here. I'm pretty sure this was so that I could get a villager trading, doing some librarian trading. There we go. Words are not coming to me. But yeah, this is pretty much as I left it. You know, we're using this for some very basic storage of early game materials. And then this is our village that we built. So this was an original Minecraft village. I believe this was... I think we started the world in... I think it was in 1.13, so before villages got updated. This was our project board, which we'd managed to get everything checked off of. But so we basically started with this village and overhauled every single one of the houses that was here. Did it in the style of the starter house there. I think most of them do have very basic interiors. And this was just... you know, a very simple little village. I don't remember how many houses were here, but this was the original church made out of the cobblestone that we converted to our high. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. We converted into our first little storage area. If we come down here, you'll see we still have, I guess not much in here, but... yeah, there's still some stuff left in here. Apparently, I never officially moved everything out. And then we had some more specialty items down here. This does look like I cleared out. Oh, you know, I've been looking for sugarcane. Let's see. Is there anything... bamboo. Okay, good to know there's bamboo here. If we ever... oh, wow. Okay. Man, there's all kinds of good stuff here that I didn't know about. All right, we're going to have to come back here and get everything out at some point. But yeah, so after kind of overhauling some of the original buildings, these were original houses down here. This was the what is this thing called? I can't remember. The Blacksmith Shop. Which we had converted into our very first I don't know that you'd call this a super smelter, but a smelter array. We had trapped our first librarian villager in here, and this was our first enchanting setup. We had a mending villager from there. But then, yeah, so we've got some little houses over here. And then we wrapped this around. We did some terraforming on this pond over here. Filled it with fish that tend to just sit in one area. And a little bit later on, we actually added this section up here. A couple little houses here. Does not look like I did interiors on these. So apparently I didn't do interiors on all of them. And then down here as well, there are a few little houses. Over here we had our zero-tick bamboo and sugarcane farm. So you used to be able to... there was a glitch in the game where you could grow either bamboo or sugarcane. By zero-ticking the ground, it would cause it to grow up right away. And so we built this little factory here where we could get sugarcane. Oh, there's more sugarcane in here. Oh, goodness. All right, taking all of that. Yeah, of course this doesn't work anymore. But you would turn it on, it would make a ton of noise, and then you would get a whole bunch of bamboo or sugarcane. And then that got patched in an update, and so we eventually built what we have up on the hill here, which is our melon, pumpkin, and sugarcane farm. They are all below the surface here. You can actually see the sugarcane farm from here. This is not functional, what you're looking at with the melons and pumpkins. But if we hop into spectator mode, we can slide down here and see. So we've got melons that grow in there, we've got our sugarcane there, and our pumpkins growing here. And, oh, the minecart stopped. Let's see if we can fix that. You go. There we go. Now I'm curious as to whether or not the rest of them are working. The sugarcane looks good. And all of our melons are still working. Okay, good. So those are those farms. Over here we have our tree farm, which has had some issues. I'm not really sure what's going on, but I hit trees. The 2x2 trees are not growing for some reason. In certain places. Most of them do, but sometimes they don't, and I have not been able to figure out why. I think it has something to do with like a block being in the way when they are attempting to spawn, but anyway, we have a little stable here. We've got some cows, we've got some horses, pigs with a saddle, random chickens in the cauldron, and a few donkeys. One of the original features of this village was there was a whole bunch of cropland, so we came and kind of cleaned those up, added these little trellises here, which I think look really nice. We did some terraforming in the area. We built up some retaining walls. That building was original to the town. Yeah, and then we have a couple little fishing boats dotted around the harbor here. We completely terraformed the harbor as well. We removed all the gravel and sand and anything else, filled it in with all dirt, and took a ton of boat meal to it. And then up here, we have the townhomes. These obviously were not original to the village, but we added some 2-story townhomes in here. They don't have much of an interior, but they do have a little balcony off the back, I think on both levels. In here we have a nano crop farm. Behind the townhomes, we have a little flower garden. that you can just kind of wander through. I think we have every single type of flower represented in this garden. Everything except wither roses, because, you know, you don't want a garden that will actually kill someone. We came up with a wall design and completely surrounded the village. We were having issues with mobs. So the other thing is that I believe the village is completely spawn-proof. At least it's supposed to be. Yeah, a couple of these houses were originals. One of the things that was very interesting about this town was that there was this random bit of farmland just kind of stuck up on the hill. I think it was actually stuck into the hill. And so we created this little cave in here to kind of bring us down to that. I thought that was a cool feature that I wanted to preserve for the village. So here is kind of the overview of everything that we have here. There is one house that I forgot. If we head back here, there is a house that I actually built with my daughter on a live stream. So we built this little house here. And then we just have this little tunnel that leads under the farm, and our nether portal is right through there, which we had to design a way to keep the villagers out because they had a tendency to wander into the nether. Those villagers now take up residence on our mushroom island that is going to eventually be our zoo. What am I forgetting over here? We have the villager breeder that is broken, and of course we have the Well of Souls that we actually built this season, which is our mob switch, with all of our zombified villagers nicely keeping us safe from the terrors of the Minecraft world. You probably noticed we have the Monorail Line. This is something that we did, I think, about midway through the first season. We had built a monorail line that connects basically everything in the Season 1 area of the world. We're not going to do a tour of the entire monorail line. I have some little builds that are kind of dotted around. Here is our end crystal that we got in the last episode. But yeah, so there are some little builds here and there. I want to expand upon that. We'll talk at the end of this episode about projects that I want to be continuing to work on this season, and one of them is adding a lot more builds to this area. This is our industrial district. We have our general mob farm over here. Most of the things in this area currently don't work. We have the iron farm that mechanics have been changed, and so all of the villagers can now get to places they're not supposed to be able to get to. So at some point we will need to fix that up. This is supposed to be the TNT tree farm, which currently destroys most of the items that you get, so that also needs some tweaking. Of course, you can see over here our shulker farm, and then below ground is our glow squid farm, which I haven't checked on in quite a while. I also don't remember where it is. I believe it's right here. Here we go. I see axolotls. Oh, actually, we do have a decent amount of glow ink in there, so that's pretty good. But I think that is it for this area. This is my homage to opulence. We had built a guardian farm and an iron farm, and so blocks that used to be very expensive, I used with abandon in building this little safe house over here. I think that's most of the builds for this area, so let's go ahead and head over to the base. Actually, there is what, interestingly, so we have the industrial area, and on the other side of the portal, we have our gold farm, where I do all of my repairing and gaining of levels. So that actually ends up in the same area. We have our Piglen trading hall up here. I think I'm on the wrong side of it. I am indeed on the wrong side of it, but we have our... Whoops. Yes, so we have our Piglen trading in here, and then down below we have the storage system for all of this. All of the items that you can get from trading, and then, of course, all the miscellaneous items that you get from there. One of the projects that I definitely want to work on sometime in the near future is a nether hub. This is... It's very utilitarian. We have carpet lines leading to all of the important things we have in this world. So yellow is our desert, blue is our is the starter village, and then there's another line that branches off from that to our guardian farm. I forget what red is. I think red is access to the I'm very confused about how that ended up in my hand. I think red used to lead us to a set of portals that would get you down into the lower part of the nether before we blew a hole in the bedrock. I think brown leads to the mega taiga, black leads to our squid farm, and beyond that to the mesa. The lime green leads to our end portal, and this, I believe, leads to the jungle. Gray is to a gravel biome. We'll skip the flower farm because we just did that in a fairly recent episode, but let us head to the base. And so this is our Season 1 base, this area affectionately dubbed Minecot, inspired by Spaceship Earth, Disney's Epcot. I'm sure you've probably seen this before. I come here fairly often. And of course, we built our storage facility over there based on the Imagination Pavilion. We have our little decoration on the ground here. There was an area of the sidewalk in Epcot that has fiber optic cables running into it. And so at night, it has all these little... specks of colored light when you walk over it, and it was a really cool effect that I wanted to recreate here. But if we head on over here, come into the base, and here is a map of all of, well, most of the Season 1 area of the world. This is our base right there, and then our village is all the way down here. You can kind of see the industrial district is there. I have a couple little pyramids that we built. We did do a custom biome. We might take a quick look at that as we get a little farther along. But if we come in here, is the system working? No, not quite. I did have it set up so that this light would run, but yeah, it's currently broken. That's okay. But if you're not familiar with it, Spaceship Earth is a ride at Epcot, and you go through basically the history of communication. And so we have our base is essentially a ride, and we go through... I tried to recreate many of the different scenes from Spaceship Earth in the base. So we start here with our storage system, which kind of wraps around everything, but has just about everything we could need here. Even comes all the way over here. We got some mob heads in there, which I need to update that, actually, because I have a whole shulker box full of mob heads. And we can go ahead and transfer these over. One of the things that I did was build in a little escape route so that I could quickly get to the end if I needed to. But yeah, so this is the storage area, which I still use. So, little infinite water source up here. And then as we continue along, we move to an Egyptian-themed area. So we have a little pyramid here. And then if we go back in here, we have very basic sugarcane and cactus, sugarcane, bamboo, and there's a cactus farm and a manual cocoa bean farm up there. I guess technically all cocoa bean farms are manual. We come up here, we have a little trading vessel. No. You stay here. Which has a cow breeder and then another nano farm down below. Next room is our potion brewer. This was designed by Pixel Riffs, and so this was a Greek-inspired area. Where's the button? There it is. Coming over here, we have the access to our super smelter, which is behind the wall here. Put in our items and our fuel here, and then if we push the little button here, summons the minecart that has all of our smelted items there. Coming up here is our villager trading hall that I've apparently left a mess. Let's go to the next section if we can get there. This is based on a Renaissance cathedral. And so we have all of our librarians here for getting all of our book trades. Have a couple of clerics over here. We have a netherwort farm. We've got our masons. We do have one cartographer here. Coming up here, we have all of our armorers and toolsmiths and weaponsmiths and fletchers, and I think I have a leather worker here too. Just kind of rounding out all of the villagers. We have a stone and a basalt generator. I thought I could get in there. Do you have to? Oh, you have to sneak jump. But yeah, so we can generate stone and we can generate basalt, and it gets sucked up into hoppers below. And then if we come over to the side, all of it comes here. Not sure why there's an iron pickaxe in there, but whatever. This is a small tree farm that is actually broken. Yeah, I made a mistake in piston timing, and it pushed the whole ceiling over. But that's what we have there. This is what I like to affectionately call the most expensive floor ever. As we start to move into a little more modern area, we have our concrete converter and our snow maker there. And then we move into basically our living area for this part of the world. Basically a little garage that we live in. We have a an armor equipping station here so that, you know, in the event of an unexpected death, I could get geared up fairly quickly. And then we have probably one of my favorite parts of this base, which is the map that we did of the Earth, which is the last thing you see at the top of Spaceship Earth. And I have started adding nether stars to the ceiling in here. And I intend to do more with that as we go on. Uh-oh, I missed it. It's getting away from me. And then we have our very slow ride out of here with a little bit of just detail here, trying to kind of recreate the ending of Spaceship Earth. I'm just gonna fly down here. We'll take the shortcut. And then we have the end where we have our little trophy room. with some various different things. So we have our first pickaxe, our first sword that we made. We have, of course, our dragon egg. Rest in peace, Steve the Zombie Doorman. So, on a live stream, we had I'm trying to remember what happened. Somehow I had a zombie end up inside the base. He was holding a door. I don't remember where he got the door from. And had a golden helmet on. And I was trying to keep him around, and then something happened. Something happened, and he did not survive. So he has been commemorated here. This was for getting the Monster Hunter achievement. The stray was the last thing that we killed. Before that got updated. And what is this? I beat a level 5 raid and only got this cookie. Yes, so we survived a level 5 raid. And apparently I only took a cookie from it? You don't get... Oh, from villagers giving things for that. The first time we ever raided an end city, episode 14. This is actually an advancement we haven't gotten yet. An attempt at getting an uneasy alliance. So we tried to do that in episode 49 of season 1. The first raid happened completely unexpectedly. I was working on the village. A random pillager patrol showed up. And yeah, we had our first raid, but we survived. So, yeah, and then over here is a chorus flower farm and apparently an enderman. Hi, you're not supposed to be here. I think you're here because you have the grass block, but are you stuck? Okay, well, we have an enderman living in the base. And it's nighttime. But so that is our Season 1 base with the expansion for our bulk storage area in Season 2. Of course, over there you can see our quad diamond beacon that we achieved in this season. And I'm trying to think what else... I'm trying to think if there's anything else build-wise. So we have a guardian farm that we built. But I think that is it as far as builds go. Of course, this is our bulk storage area that I have been slowly filling with various different resources, some more than others. Of course, I've been bringing loads of basalt and blackstone over from the project of building the North Mountain. Oh, I know, we were going to look at the custom biome that we did. So over here, as we come back around to the village on our monorail line, we have a custom birch forest over here. And basically all I did was come through and strip out all of the logs, but it gives a different look to the woods, and then we spammed it with lilacs, just to give a biome that you don't find existing normally in Minecraft. But I really had a lot of fun with this project, and it's something I would like to do more of, is creating custom biomes. I've been very impressed with what Cubfan has been doing on Hermitcraft this season with his custom biome. So that's something I want to work a little bit more on. And a couple little pyramids here. I have intentions to build a much larger pyramid. Yeah, and then this was with the first house I ever built in Java Minecraft, not on this world, in another single-player world that I was doing. But I decided that it would be nice to recreate it here in this world. So as we progress with this season, I talked in a previous episode about the challenge of keeping content interesting and trying to keep developing Arendelle, but have some, have episodes that are actually, either making decent progress, but not showing the same house built, 50 times. over the span of 5 or 6 episodes. So instead what I'm going to do is be building a little bit here, a little bit there, doing some terraforming work like that, and then combining all of those into larger episodes. And so we're going to be working on some other projects in other areas of the world. And so I have done another one of my famed project boards with just some ideas of things that I've had that I want to work on, so that I can have some other projects to keep my creativity going in the rest of this season. So here's what I have so far. Worldwide roads. I'd like to have roads that connect everything in this world. So like all of the stuff in here, but I also want it to connect to the Season 2 world, to the zoo, to some of the other biomes that we have. A nether hub and nether tunnels. I mentioned that earlier. That's something that I would definitely like to do. And then just some other things to work on. So, some custom biomes, a land pavilion. So I've been thinking about wanting to expand the Minecart area. And one of my favorite pavilions at Epcot is the Land Pavilion, and there's a ride in there called Living with the Land that takes you through a number of different climates and takes you through greenhouses and things like that. And I thought that would be really fun to kind of try to recreate here in Minecraft. It's not something that it would be necessarily functional, but it would be fun. And I think it would be nice to have. A monorail line all the way out to Arendelle and to the zoo. I mentioned that I wanted to add a large pyramid. We need to fix some of the farms around here. I want to add more builds just all around this monorail line. There's a shattered savanna off in the distance over there that you just can't see, that we built one house last season, and I would like to really expand upon that, make a whole village up there. I've been tearing out a dark oak forest over here, which I would like to turn into an enchanted forest. And then I love the idea of having a dragon sanctuary. I've been watching Gemini Tay's Empires season, and I love what she did with the little dragon. I think she may have called it a dragon sanctuary, but a bunch of dragons protecting the eggs. And so now that we are no longer summoning the Ender Dragon in this world, I thought that would be a cool little thing to do. So, projects to work on, and I'm basically gonna work on whatever strikes my fancy from week to week. So, hope you guys have enjoyed this tour and this little look at things that are coming up in the future. If you have any ideas for things you'd like to see me work on, let me know that as well, and I can add it to our project board here. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to give it a like and share it with your friends. If you haven't already, I would encourage you to subscribe. Make sure you click that little notification bell so you can stay up to date on my latest posts. Be sure to follow me on social media. Thanks for watching. See you real soon.